Us now. Hit the clapboard. Loquacious Libations is live.
We are live for our triple theme super secret blind.
Yep.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. Okay, I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit here.
Here,
on the fly.
Get it in the
shot. And get the monitor camera going too. Lee, we'll talk to you in a minute. We saw your jokes. We were both cracking up.
Yeah, I was.
All right, I think we're good on the shot there. Let me get the other phone. All right, so tell us what we're doing tonight, Sage. Well, we got a super secret blind, and now he comes in and tells me it's triple themed.
It's triple themed, okay? And I'll give the main theme away, which Michael's already guessed this. He kind of figured it out because one of the things that I've been doing as an educator, as a libations educator, has been introducing him to things that he says he doesn't like. So he has told me in the past that he is not a rye whiskey fan.
Ah, okay.
So one of the themes of this is they are all rye whiskeys and they are all the same rye whiskey, but they're not.
Okay. Say that one more time because I was trying to get that going.
They are all rye whiskeys and they are all the same rye whiskey, but they're not.
Okay. We'll figure that out as we go. First, let me catch everybody else up if there is anybody else on Lee's jokes because those were freaking hilarious.
They were stellar.
And there's another one here too. He said, and may all your libations be loquacious. He says, what are the 3 rules for libations? Of course, loquation.
Yes.
What do you call a bartender's middle? The loquator. And then the third one.
I like that. That's so funny.
If you become talkative twice in the night, does that mean you've relocated?
I guess it does, Lee.
Yes, it does.
There's some lyrics in that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Lee, there you go. You help us come up with some lyrics. I'll get Long Strange Day to do our theme. Okay, I got to come out of the jacket after all. Let me get the microphone back on here, though.
Yeah, you got to forget that. Oh, and he's rocking the Mammoth shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure it'd be a Creed shirt. But, you know, if I went to that concert with you, I probably would have gotten the Mammoth shirt, too.
Well, actually, Betty got me both shirts.
Oh,
so,
well.
Yeah, I have the Creed one.
It's a win-win.
Oh, yeah. Actually, shouldn't he say it 3 times? Lee says. Yeah. Kevin's with us. Greetings, gang. Cheers. Hey, Kevin. Where's the Mad Hatter? I'm right here, and that Mad Hatter is behind Scott over here.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, and the Hatter hat is over there.
Oh yeah, the actual Hatter hat. I got you. Dude, I need some freaking mannequins heads to put these things on around here. Yeah.
You need a book corner shelf.
Yep.
With mannequin heads.
Yep. All right. There we go.
I like the Bear Bryant hat. You know, it is bowl season.
Yeah.
So the Bear Bryant hat is apropos right now.
Well, Lee may remember
bowl season. And no, Lee, I'm not talking about smoking bowls. I'm talking about football. It's bowl season.
Right?
So.
Well, here's the funny part about the houndstooth hat. It's not for Bear Bryant. Because, I've been a Gator fan all my life.
I know that, but, Bear Bryant wore that.
Sorry, Brenda, did you see this again? Oh, yeah.
Forever.
But this comes from my granddad. He wore one of these to Ford plant every day to work.
Okay.
And it had a little feather in the side of it.
Yeah. No, here. So think about when your hats were in fashion then.
Yeah.
Every man wore a hat.
Right. And so when I started playing with Rough and Ready, it was my stage hat. My actual granddaddy's hat was my stage hat.
Oh, cool.
And I had a Cheshire Cat shirt that on the back said, "We're all mad here."
Okay.
That was one of my things. Yeah, and Lee said Grandpa's hat. Yeah, this is not the original Lee. Unfortunately, I did lose it along the way, but this is a tribute to him, we'll say.
That works. That works for me. So, should we do craziness first, or what do you want to do? Or do you want to?
Let's go ahead and
start tasting.
Past, you know what I need to do it'd get us a pad and pens out here too.
Oh yeah, so we can take notes because
Yeah,
I don't know
you
which
can
is
actually-
which. I mean,
Right.
I know what I have in front of us because I brought the bottles.
He knows I don't.
He doesn't even know the bottles. That's
They're not
part
in
of
the kitchen, are they?
no, they're down here.
Good.
We have to keep the
Pens.
little tags with the glasses.
Okay.
What's interesting is
I keep forgetting y'all can hear me even though I'm all the way in here.
yeah, what's interesting is they're the same whiskey, but there's different colors.
Okay.
Oh, those are pretty close.
Bad example. I see this one's a little lighter right here, just looking through them. From here.
Yeah, this is going to be really
if you put it
really
on-
interesting blind because I don't know which is which,
You put it on white, you can kind of see.
and it'll be interesting to see which ones we like the most and at the end. So
Alrighty, and let's catch up here. Lee, I missed a couple of things here. Isn't that Grandpa's hat you had there? And then Kevin says, skulls from the lab. Scott, ever hear a loquation cocktail? Read about it just a few minutes ago. Has rum in it.
we'll have to make it.
Yep, we'll definitely have to check that one out. And of course, I've got another one we've got to check out that I was talking to you about earlier too. The Creed cocktail.
Oh, the Creed cocktail. Yeah, absolutely. We need to do that.
Yep, it's a cocktail we had while we were at the concert, and I'll actually go into that in a little bit too.
And it did look awesome. Michael told me it was awesome tasting. So, well, I guess are we just going to get started tasting?
Yeah, I guess so. And then oh, these are new pens. You might have to take the tip off of them there. Okay. I'm going to go with 4 different ones right here. All right. Front or back?
Let's go front to back.
Front to back.
Okay,
Right.
number one.
Let's go with number 1 here. Give it a little.
Now, if we move these glasses around, like we got to keep the tag with it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to take one at a time over here. I like it. The nose on it.
Yeah, given the color, I don't know which one this would be.
It's kind of dark.
Yep.
Definitely a sharper overall taste than the Wheaters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pure rye whiskey.
Yeah.
That's tasty, though.
It is.
It's very tasty.
Very tasty. It's like going from here.
Now, here, I got to warn you. Normally, I had Betty do half shots.
Mm-hmm.
She did whole shots tonight.
Oh, hell.
So,
So we got the equivalent of 2 drinks here.
Yep.
1 ounce each.
yep,
All right, cool. We'll just sip.
4 ounces of booze.
Pardon me.
I'm going to be driving home under the influence.
I'll keep you around.
You know, we should have crackers. I can tell my
You
palate.
know what? I can do that.
My palate's
water.
already.
I'll get us a bottle of water too.
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and start with the craziness, and we'll do that in between the tastes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. Here, my craziness this week has been. I mean, there's been two stories that have been very dominant in the news. One has been the Penny case,
Yes.
and the other is the United Healthcare case.
Yep.
United Healthcare assassination. What's crazy to me is if you look at the media is all. We live in upside down world.
Right.
It just I don't know how to explain this. Daniel Penny prevents a mentally ill person on the subway in New York from being violent, okay, and unfortunately chokes him out,
Right.
literally out, which is tragic. That's a
Right.
tragedy. But the truth of the matter is he was the good guy. The jury saw that and acquitted him. Okay, the media and the lefties are all just absolutely pounding Daniel Penny. You know, they want his head. But now the other guy that killed the United Healthcare CEO in cold blood, he's being hailed as
Good looking.
a good guy.
Well, not only that, but have you seen all the reports about them talking about him being
Now,
hot?
now there is something.
Come on.
I mean, I understand why some people are not upset about that,
Right.
because the insurance industry is a giant scam, in my opinion.
Well, it's not even insurance anymore.
I-
Redistribution. But anyway, before we get too far down the rabbit hole, keep going.
But still, killing somebody in cold blood is, you're not a good guy. It doesn't matter to me.
No, it doesn't matter. And especially, you talk about in cold blood, in the back, undefended, in public. Come on.
In broad daylight.
Yeah.
I just
Anyway.
there's something. I think there's a lot more to that than we know yet. I got a
Yeah.
feeling it's Pandora's box,
Yeah.
and it's going to get opened.
Same here. Same here. So what was the other thing you mentioned though? The before the UHC thing.
Daniel Penny.
Penny. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, because you were correlating them there. Yeah. I mean that's the whole thing is nuts, and you got people, of course, out there calling for violence over the verdict.
Yeah, like BLM came out, Black Lives Matter people came out and said that they're going to riot in the streets of New York if he was acquitted. And now, obviously, thankfully, they didn't do that.
Right.
But I think that the reason they didn't do that is because the NYPD was very prepared for it and cracked some heads. And who wants to get their heads cracked?
Well, my crazy thing this week was the drones.
Oh, the New Jersey
What
drones.
in the hell's going on there?
I saw that the senator or congressman came out and said they're not Iranian.
Yeah.
Now,
Now, actually, he came out and said they were, because he was on this particular committee and he had seen particular intel that led him to believe that there was a mothership out there that was releasing these drones and that it was Iranian in origin, right? So now the Pentagon has come out and said, no, it's not. And of course, when KJP was asked about it the other day, she said that they were not foreign. I mean, that was, a direct question, and she just immediately dismissed it. No, they're not foreign.
I mean, it could be our military, it could be somebody else's military, it could be something extraterrestrial. I mean, we really don't know.
Could be something corporate.
It could be something corporate. It could be corporate espionage going on. I mean,
We don't know.
We don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but it is part of the craziness.
Right.
And have you noticed the craziness? The craziness in the last week, because a week ago today is when the United Healthcare shooting happened.
Right, and we actually forgot to mention it last week.
Yes, we did.
Everything we talked about crazy, we didn't even mention.
But it seems like that was kicked off the volume getting turned up
Oh yeah.
a little bit. It's not. I don't think it's to a Spinal Tap yet.
Not quite.
No. All right, going on to number 2.
Yeah. We're going to at least have a nose.
I'm just gonna run through them and
I will compare.
oh, I got a feeling I know which one this is. I want to actually smell this.
He's skipping ahead on the smelling.
Oh,
What was the other story that I sent you? Because 2 of the stories we mentioned already. But there was a third story that I sent you.
yeah, you did. And I'm forgetting now.
That's, to me, it's sweeter and less sharp than the first one.
Okay, Jersey lawmaker, Pentagon denies
Lee, I'm sorry it
lawmaker.
did. I just didn't get
Oh,
back
Fetterman.
to it. Scott actually mentioned it. Yeah, Fetterman. I do want to get back to that. But yeah, Lee actually pointed out Black Lives Matter is calling for vigilantes, like you said there too.
Yeah.
And he said, did my post not come through? Lee, I'm sorry I missed that, brother. Yeah. Fetterman joined Truth Social.
Ooh, that's smooth.
It is. Like I said, it's not as sharp as the other one either. You know, overall in the flavor, but still more so than.
It's a rye. I
both of them.
mean, ryes are
Yeah.
spicy. Um, you know,
That's one thing I was going to say earlier. Is it's a lot spicier. Definitely.
that's why I like them.
And we do have the delay too, so I just addressed that, even though he hollered at me. Did my post about the drones not come through? Apparently it did not. I do not see anything about the drones. Sorry about that.
You know, here, you know what Fetterman is?
What's that?
I watched some video this week because Rogan mentioned it on one of his podcasts, and I went back and looked at it.
Uh-huh.
Fetterman is, ever since his stroke, it's like his brain has gotten right.
I will agree with you there. I mean, he's made more sense.
You know what he is? He sounds like Bill Clinton did in 1992.
Lee, I don't think you're being censored. I think that for some reason the YouTube live chat is not perfect. I don't know what's going on, but I've had people tell me that they've actually tried to get into the chat and they can't. That they apparently aren't being seen. Wayne Kelly mentioned that to me one time.
Really?
That he said I can watch, but it won't let me chat. So
I mean, you have to sign in.
Yeah, you have to sign in under your profile and everything. And Lee's obviously signed in. Kevin says Fetterman is rocking the mansion vibe. Yeah, I noticed he had that going on a little bit. But I mean, his look has even changed a little bit too. If you've noticed,
He's upgraded his hoodie.
Yeah, he upgraded his hoodie and he's got the facial hair going a little bit now. So you know, almost looks like he has a little sense now.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about Fetterman? Part of that's such a show. I mean, yeah, I know that he is a large man.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, he comes off or he tries to be the everyday guy, but yet he's an Ivy League graduate.
Right.
You know, he comes from a
Trust
very
fund, yeah.
wealthy family. You know, it's there's some show there. That doesn't mean that he's not. You know, he's just another actor in the movie. You know, I mean, it's funny watching him though.
Right.
I'll tell you what was funnier though to me is going back and watching a video of Hillary Clinton during the 1992 campaign, basically saying that all the illegal aliens that are in the country need to get deported as rapidly as we can, and that's one of the first things we're going to do when we become
And they
get
did.
into office.
They did.
And yeah, right,
To
they
the
did.
tune of 11 million or something like that, right?
So
No, wait, I'm sorry. That's the number that's come in the last 4 years. I don't
Yes.
know if the deportations were quite that
Well,
big.
here's the other thing. You know, the Democrats scream about you can't deport people. The deporter in chief was Obama.
Right.
He deported more than anybody, like everybody else combined.
Right? I've already done that one. Okay. We're going to try for the third one now.
Yeah, I'm going to take another stab at.
Yeah, there's our craziness roundup. That was a pretty good one this week.
I mean, there's more. I'm sure there's more craziness that we just.
Yeah.
The penny and the United Healthcare has so dominated the news.
Yeah. Just shoving everything else off the pages. Okay, so third one. Wow, totally different. Each one is a totally different profile,
Very smooth. Third is extraordinarily smooth.
but very spicy at the same time. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, no good spice there.
Edge of the tongue there. That's
Yeah.
like almost cinnamon burn, but not cinnamon.
No, it's not cinnamon. I know what this one is.
But you know what I'm talking about. It's got the spicy burn.
I'm
to
pretty
it.
sure I know what that one is. So I'm thinking. I'm going to look at something here quick. Yeah, I think I'm right about this. I think the fourth one is going to be the spiciest of all of them.
Okay. Because from the top looking through to the white, you know, having the white piece of paper centered under there, judging color wise. To me, this one
And
looks
I'm
to be the
completely wrong.
lightest.
I think number one is the spiciest. They're all really good. That's a problem I knew we were gonna. I knew I was gonna have
Yeah.
because I know what they are, and I don't know which is which really. I'm guessing. I'm gonna guess at that, but I know who. I know the maker of each bottle, and each bottle there's not a bad one in the lot. They're all
Oh, I know you never bring a bad bottle. Period.
well, and they're all. I wouldn't say they're all value propositions because some of them are unobtainiums.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
But they're all really really higher. They're not bottom shelf whiskeys.
Gotcha.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
And I think we've lost any chat altogether. I don't see anything coming in from Lee or Kevin, either one. But we have 5 viewers, it says. So
Well, good. Hello to everybody that's
Hello
out
to
there.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
no.
Just for those of you that made it come in a little late, there it moved.
Lee says he's being censored.
You know, this week I've had an X account for forever and a day.
Right?
Okay, since like 2012. And when Trump first got into office and during his administration, of course, my account just got whacked. I got censored and then I got banned. Okay? I probably went through stages that I didn't even realize I was going through, getting ghosted and all that shit that they were doing, right? Well, this week I logged in because I haven't been on for a little while,
Right.
and my account is suspended again. I'm
Damn.
like, has somebody hacked me? How? I mean, I haven't been posting, and all of my old posts now are all gone. Every single
What
one of
in the
my
hell?
old posts they're gone.
Okay, that's weird. Lee says that he's being censored. Sent you a copy. Michael texted you a photo. I responded to him on here and just said, got your main phone is in use as the cam. I'll catch up. So he sent us a screenshot of whatever he's writing that is not getting through.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Kevin, if there's anything like that, would you send that to us as well?
Yeah, we'll lodge a complaint with YouTube.
Yeah, send me through Facebook Messenger on that one. Lee says they did that last week too. Lee, keep documenting that for us.
You know, if we go on X Live,
Then we won't have that issue at all.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And do they
We
have
also might have a little wider viewer because, like I told you, Carmen's having problems even being able to watch us.
And well, here's my next question: is does that have a chat also? I don't know.
I'll have to look into all that.
I'm just not that familiar with that platform from that
Right.
perspective.
And tell you what, that's a good way to segue into.
Well, we got 2 weeks. We're gonna
a little
after next
housekeeping
week.
There, yeah.
We got 2 weeks to do housekeeping. Although you know what,
Right.
I'm thinking,
Uh-oh.
what if in between, like maybe the Monday in between the holidays, there's the one drink that I know you've wanted to try for a long time called the Boulevardier,
Yes.
which is a holiday drink if there ever was one.
Okay.
It's the color of this fucking table. You know, it's a very festive drink, and it's a good drink. It's a Manhattan riff,
Okay.
which is I think we should do a bunch of Manhattan riffs because there's so many Manhattan riffs, and we've done a
I'm good with
couple. And I know that my favorite, as you know, has been old fashions. We've done a whole 6 weeks of old fashioned
Yeah,
which
which I've really enjoyed.
Well,
That-
which
that's
is
been pretty
good. I'm not trying to get you off the Manhattan though, because I love them just as much, basically.
Lee says, Kevin says he seems to be getting through. Lee says, so apparently my suggesting our Air Force defend us is offensive to the overlords. So apparently it was something about having the drone
Or our
shot down.
airfan should shoot the drone down. I got a feeling that. Here, the other thing that's crazy to me this week. Not crazy, but crazy. It's part of the craziness.
I'm enjoying the crackers.
I've heard more than one commentator and more than one politician. And that's really more the case. More than one politician come out and basically say that even though he's not in office yet, he's running the show.
Well, he's out there on the world stage, manhandling Macron.
Where here? He's chatting, cathedral side with Jill Biden.
Yeah, Jill Biden and getting pictures of her to use in a perfume ad called "Fight, Fight, Fight." Who else but Trump, right?
No, the guy is a master troller. That's the thing I like about him the most.
Right.
He's a master troll. He's amazing at it. But okay, where the hell's Biden?
Yeah.
And here's the other thing that's really crazy this week.
He hasn't been there the whole time, but
He's never been there. But the thing that pisses me off, another thing, the part of the craziness, but this one really fucking makes my blood boil. We just sent another fucking truck full of cash to Ukraine.
right.
But yet there's people in North Carolina that are fucking sleeping in tents in snow.
Yep. And what about the $1 billion to Africa as well?
What the fuck are we doing?
Right.
It just,
Why? I mean, I'm all for helping development in some cases, but what in the hell? Seriously, why are our tax dollars going to this shit?
well,
When we've got, like you said, North Carolinians sleeping in the damn snow in tents, and of course veterans
sleeping on the streets.
Sleeping on the streets. I mean, Gainesville and our panhandlers here. Holy crap!
And if you ever talk to a lot of them, are vets.
Yeah,
It's,
I see that on their signs a lot, and of course, you never know whether they're true when you see it on the sign.
no, but if you stop and you talk to
Yeah.
them, because here he's sitting in the truck, just sitting there, they'll wave to you, and I always wave. I'm real nice to them. I'll wave back, and they always ask me for money, and I always tell them I don't have any cash. But I said, "Are you all right?" And I ask them, "Are you a vet?"
right,
They could be lying to me.
you probably have a better sense of it though, whether they are.
Like one girl who's an attractive girl too, and she's like, and she said, yeah, she's ex-Navy. She was like I forget what she said she was. Electrician's mate, I think it was. And I told her, I'm like, if you were an electrician's mate, why not come out and get into the International Brotherhood of Electricians and go to work?
Right,
I mean, you're already gone through the schooling.
right, and there's an IBEW right over here on 6th.
I know. Colton's part of it.
Right.
I just, and I felt bad for her, but she's like, oh my, my husband and I are just trying to get back to our family in Montana, and I'm like, that sounds like a fucking story to me.
Right. Kevin says the stream of appointments have kept the media off guard. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I like Pete Hegseth got out in front of a bullshit article. Did you see that?
Yeah,
today?
he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Good for him.
I'm digging all 4 of these, man.
Yeah, it's hard to say which one I like the most.
They're all pretty smooth overall. And here I've got spicy on 3 of them. The one I don't have it listed on is this one. B or 2 or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know which one. This is the number. This is settled down now. Well, unfortunately,
Number 1.
I'm pretty sure that this is a neck pour.
Ah, gotcha.
Um,
Which makes it a little bit sharper overall.
yeah, even though I spun the bottles as I took them out of the box, I spun the
Right.
bottles.
Definitely got
Oh yeah,
more of a hug type.
that is more of a hug, and it's got a depth of flavor in this one. There's a real depth of flavor there.
And the color reflects that too. It's one of the darker ones from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, there's like 2 dark ones and one very light one
very
and
light and one
medium
a little
light.
lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are nearly the same color.
Yeah, they are. And I'm pretty sure I know which ones they are. Because not because of this one's got a very unique flavor. Number 2.
Lee, I haven't tried them in cocktails yet either, so I can't say I've become a rye guy, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Of course, I always do anyway.
Well, when you see what they are, and it will make more sense to you.
All right. I have a slight suspicion of what they are. I'm not going to say it though because I don't remember the exact brand, but I can almost see the bottles and you taking me through Bourbon Barn that day, our little local place down here, and pointing out a series of rye whiskeys from one particular brand. So I don't know for sure. Let me ask that. Is it one brand?
Mm-hmm.
One brand of whiskey, but 4 different barrels, basically.
4 different styles.
Right. Kind of like we did with some of the bourbons as far as talking about how they were finished and
it's kind of like here. Look at it this way. Look at the Benchmark, which I personally
Right.
don't think that they make a bad. Talk about value proposition.
Right.
That is it.
Yeah.
And probably across the entire lineup, that'd be a great line for us to do.
Yeah.
But then we'd have to get. I think they have 7 different bottles.
Oh shit. We'd have to do a weekend show for that one.
I definitely have shots.
Right.
But again, it's hard to sit here and say what is better than the other when they're all really pretty good.
Right.
And
I'm sorry, Kevin says the famous trailer park supervisor Jim Leahy put away a lot of rye in his day.
Mm.
I'm not sure I quite get that.
oh, Trailer Park Boys.
You know what? I thought that at first, but
Jim Leahy's he was
okay. I don't know the
he
names.
might have been
I've
my
seen some of them, but I haven't
he might have been my
spoken to them.
favorite character. Either that or Randy. He and Randy.
Now,
were-
everything I've seen, I like Bubbles. Lee says, it's been fun. Good night, everyone. Lee, thank you as always for joining, brother. I will talk to you tomorrow.
And you can watch back
He's
as
going to bed early
to
tonight.
what all these are
Right.
when you got some more time. Yeah, he's a senior citizen now, so
Oh, yeah. Well,
he's got to hit that rack early.
Right. See you, brother.
You didn't know you needed a cup, did you?
Oh, speaking of cup, the comment that I sent you earlier. Did you see that? We had somebody put a comment on the Godfather #7 episode 6 days ago.
Okay, I did not see it.
Okay. So the comment was 2 bags, guys, and a cup.
2 bags.
2
BAGS.
bags, BAGS. 2 bags, guys, and a cup. So I sent that to you. And I'm like,
What the fuck does that mean?
I went and looked at their profile, and the only thing I can figure is maybe something's lost in the translation there because she has Anna de Armas as one of her the videos that she's posted on her own channel.
Oh, so she's picked up. Maybe she's looked at all of our content.
Maybe so, because I mean, she went back to Godfather #7 to comment that,
Well,
and it was one of 2 videos on her channel. So it had to come from the Anna de Armas episode.
Sure, must have. Well, the mob is the mob. The Godfather. The mob is infamous for bagmen.
Right.
So-
okay. You just got it.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yep.
We're 2 bagmen.
Yep. Okay. You just pegged it. Cool.
Maybe.
I'm glad we puzzled that out. Hopefully she's watching.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're watching, hey, make a comment on this video. Let us know.
Right.
Thanks for watching too, by the way.
Right.
And let us know who you are.
Anybody who can't get through the chat, please comment on the video too. If you will.
Yeah, leave a
it'll
comment.
Still put the comment in the time reference there, from what I understand. But even if it doesn't, maybe it will post another way, and maybe it's just some kind of glitch in the algorithm or something.
Who
Nothing to do with
knows,
censorship.
you
I
know.
don't know. I do want to look over those pictures that Lee sent, though, and if it is something we feel like is suppression, we'll bring it to somebody's attention.
Why would they be suppressing him?
Right.
I mean, he's
I don't
not
get
saying
it.
anything nuts.
I don't know. Uh, man, this is fun. I can't say which one I really like best.
It's really hard. I'm pretty sure I know what. I could be wrong because I'm gonna laugh when I see this. Yeah. Yep.
You've identified them. See, I don't have any point of reference to identify. I don't even know what the bottles
Well,
are.
That's part of the secret.
Right?
But number 3,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you another. Since we're far enough along,
Okay.
you've had number 3 before.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's number 3.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm looking for something specific in the taste profile this time.
You should. Yeah.
Okay.
They all smell so fucking good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm right
Is
about.
it something I told you that I really, really liked a lot?
Yeah, you enjoyed it. That's what I think it is. Yes.
Appropriate that I had this out here tonight. You did mention that it might be part of the super secret blind.
I did mention that it might be part of the super
yeah,
secret blind.
Tonight I went and got some Christmas lights to put down in a bottle because I've had this bottle sitting around here, and Scott's always said it was a special bottle. You know, the number on it.
It is next to unobtainium as you can get right now. I happened to find a bottle this summer down in South Florida.
Nice.
It is.
There we go.
It's really, really, really tasty whiskey. It's very smooth. And for those of you that don't know what Calvados is French apple
What we
brandy.
use for Applejack.
Right. What we used for Applejack. And what they do is they take their rye whiskey, and they finish it. They age it in their traditional American oak barrels, and then they take it out of their oak barrels and they finish it for, I think it's 6 months, in those used Calvados barrels.
Right.
And it just imparts a very
It's got the apple flavor in it.
It's got a little hint of the apple flavor in there, and it smooths it out because that Calvados that we had
Right.
is very smooth liquor.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't taste the alcohol.
And all 4 of these are very smooth too. But you can definitely taste the alcohol.
Oh yeah, you can taste the alcohol.
No doubt about that.
But now you've got one of the major themes.
Okay. So I know the brand now. Too. And that's what I was thinking, by the way. Because I remember seeing a couple of different labels, not just the white, but a couple of different.
You'll see a couple different labels in
yeah.
about 5 minutes.
I seem to remember one. I don't know. Anyway, I won't go all the way there because my memory is faulty on that kind of thing. But yeah, I think you may be right about that.
I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
No, because what I was looking for there was the apples. Mm-hmm. That's when I said I'm looking for something specific.
Well, that's why I gave you the hint too.
Right.
I'm like, all right, I got to give him a hint.
Because I caught apple in the nose that time after doing the
It's
palate
it's
cleanse and
faint,
everything.
but it's there.
Yeah.
It is there. You're right.
And it's
And
not
you know what's
the
funny
others.
is
Yeah.
you can if you look at my glasses, you can see which one I like the most because that's the one that's almost gone.
Holds true here so far as well.
It's just
Yeah.
it's so easy. It's so easy to drink.
Yep.
It's just of the four of them, it's the smoothest.
All right. Well, I feel better. I think I picked that one out.
I think
with you.
I
Yeah.
think you did too. And now watch, I'll laugh my fucking ass
If
off
we're both wrong.
if we're wrong about that, and that's the standard one. Because I know it's not the other ones. So for those of you that haven't figured out, I'll give part of this away because Michael's figured it out. Each of these is from the Sagamore Distillery, Sagamore Spirits in Baltimore, Maryland. What's really, these guys have got some new finished stuff out now. The other thing that's really interesting is because of the age of the stuff that I have, what they do now, and one of these is this, what they do now, they used to source their rye whiskey from MGP,
Okay.
Midwestern Grain Products, which is a huge distillery.
Right.
Okay. It makes really, they got some stuff that's ridiculously special. And they are one of the best rye distillers that there is on the planet, period.
Right.
But what Sagamore has done is they have grown their business now that they basically, you've heard the farm to table concept. Well, they go farm to bottle now.
Nice.
So what they do is they collaborate with Maryland farmers to grow rye grains, enough rye grain for them to distill all the whiskey that they're going to distill in a season. And they buy the grain, they buy the seed, the rye seed, for the farmers to help them in the process of raising. So everything is now grown in the state of Maryland. It's distilled in the state of Maryland. It's really an interesting
Very
business
nice.
model. So I'm a huge Sagamore fan. This is one of the places that'd be great to take us on a road trip.
Oh, that would be so
Because anytime that I've Instagrammed one of their stuff or hashtag them in something, and when you post this, we need to hashtag them.
Right.
Because this is, every one of these is a Sagamore rye.
Yep.
It's a Sagamore night. And I mean, I hate to say it because I'm going to talk like a fanboy here, but
That's okay.
I'm not going to say it like mine, but this is my favorite rye. And that's no diss to Michter's, because Michter's is a very close second. And Michter's they're in Louisville now, but they're an old Pennsylvania company. So, which is right next door to Maryland for those of you that are geographically challenged. But I'm a huge Sagamore fan. I've liked their product, and I know that they just go to SagamoreSpirit.com. I think that's their website, and you'll get a feel for they're not all about profit. You know,
Gotcha.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're business people, and they're focused on that, but the quality of their product is really important to them.
Right.
So, which is, and here, that's something that I think America needs to get back to.
Absolutely. And hopefully with the incoming...
People don't realize I was on, I'm on one message board that I love to death because it's a bunch of fucking people that are knotheads just like me.
I like number 2.
I knew you would like number 2. I think that's going to be your favorite. I predicted that would be your favorite one for a very specific reason.
Okay.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure I know which one this is, just from the smell of it.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about it is that nose. So much more bold than number 3.
Okay, well, I'll give you a
You
hint.
took the rest of that one as a shot. See that?
Oh yeah, I just drank that because it's really
Boom.
tasty. It's really tasty. I'll give you a hint on number 2.
Okay.
I believe I know which one it is. I'll tell you that it is finished.
Mm-hmm.
It is finished in 2 different barrels and then blended.
Nice.
It's finished in cherry brandy barrels,
Uh-huh.
and I think it is sherry vermouth barrels,
Nice.
and then blended.
Okay. That's very
It has a specific name to it, and the flavor profile is there. You'll recognize it once I tell you
okay.
if I'm right about which one that is, and I'm pretty sure I am. That's really tasty.
It now here talking about the odor and or the aroma here in this case, it's definitely got a woodsier aroma to it than say number 3. You can actually smell whatever the barrel is, whatever the wood
Yeah,
is within it.
I don't disagree.
And again, not really getting that effect on the others, and until you mentioned that, it didn't really.
See, now you know what's really it's funny is I like this whiskey so much, and I'm fucking crying because it's almost gone. I just really, really like this whiskey.
I like number 4 too. I'm with you though. I think
I think
your prediction is correct. I think
number
two gonna
3
be my
is the
favorite.
Calvados.
I think number 3 is the Calvados. I think that I like number 2 the best overall. It's a richer flavor. Overall, it's like you said, the and what I just mentioned, the wood.
God,
Something
that's
about the
tasty.
way that's finished has a really nice effect on the entire thing. 4 is a nice light one, maybe better for sipping and just sitting around with it or whatever. You see what I mean?
In my opinion,
Like a daily
number
out of
4
this.
is I think it's more okay here, price point wise.
Uh-huh.
Number 4, if I'm right about which one that is the least expensive.
Okay, and that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. Like I said, out of these,
It is
this one seems like it would be the okay. I'm going to keep a bottle of that one around.
It's I would call that a cocktail rye.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to come home here, you want a traditional Manhattan is made with rye whiskey, Canadian
Really?
rye whiskey.
Okay.
Because the Manhattan was invented during the Prohibition period, is when it came to being in, of course, Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And the only whiskey available then was the bootleggers were bringing in Canadian rye because it was so close to the border.
Gotcha. So they had rye coming down basically from Toronto into New York. Another good import from Canada.
Crown Royal, Canadian rye.
Right.
But yeah, that's what my guess is.
What was the other big one that was like probably bottom shelf that actually had Canadian in the name of it?
Canadian Club, Canadian Mist.
Mist. That's
Canadian
what I was
Mist is a
thinking.
bottom
Canadian
shelf
Mist.
whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna go, if you wanted, the Canadian whiskeys are typically a little sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is. I really don't. But
I'm out on 4, by the way. I went ahead and down that one.
okay, easy to down them now.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This is such a smooth rye. That's why I like Sagamore the most of all the ryes. Yes, it is spicy. It is a spice forward, but it's still I don't know what it is that they do, but it's not jarring.
Right.
Like Jim Beam makes a rye that I like, but when you taste it, it's just like, oh, that's definitely a rye.
Right.
I
I see that's kind of what's always gotten me about ryes right there. Is that effect with it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But
a lot of people, because
again,
it is spicy.
You're changing my palate and making me appreciate different things about stuff now too. Overall, stepping on my lights back.
Well, now see, now I need to take you into the Michter's rye and the Michter's
Right.
toasted rye and the old
Well,
Overholt
next
rye.
year we'll do a rye series. We'll do a Manhattan series and a rye series. There are 2 of our series for next year already.
Yeah, no. I appreciate a good rye like here. a very inexpensive but really tasty rye comes out of Utah, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a Mormon rye?
Double rye.
Right.
It is actually
Sister rye.
called a double rye. I have got so much porn running through my head right now.
Oh my gosh. We have nobody talking anymore. We either ran everybody off or they're being censored.
We're just sitting here enjoying our whiskey.
Which is why we do this anyway, is let you guys in to see what we normally do anyway. I'm gonna finish off the
Calvados.
Yeah. Finish the Calvados finish. Oh yeah, I got heavy apple in that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Taking a good swig of it like that.
Save this one for last because I think that's going to be your favorite.
Might not want to down those other two like I did those last two. We did have a whole shot of each there. Kevin says, trying not to get banned. Oh, man.
Oh, that number 4. That number 4 is it is a good everyday drinker. It's just smooth.
Yeah. That's why I just went pop on that last one.
Yep.
With it.
It's smooth. It's got great flavor. It's got good barrel tannins.
Dude, I've got a good bit left of both of those.
Enjoy them.
Right. Yeah, you can't have any more. You're down to one. Look at you.
Well, here. If I'm right about which is which, number 1 is pretty readily available. Number 2 is completely unobtainium.
Oh, boy. And of course, you knew that would be my favorite.
Of course I knew it would be your favorite.
Because
Here.
what they are.
It is not, I shouldn't say it's unobtainium.
Right.
You can obtain it. I looked at the price on the secondary.
Right.
It's $700.
Woo! Goodness.
It's because they made such a limited run.
Right.
They sourced everything. It was expensive to start with. I mean, here, this bottle, their standard bottle, not a barrel select, just their everyday rye, is $39, $40. Okay. For the Calvados and for number 2, I think I paid $90.
Wow.
For this one you can go buy this today if I'm right about which one it is, and I want to say it's $69, and it's worth $69. It's very tasty.
It is.
It makes a great cocktail. I mean, there's a lot of flavor to it.
It's almost.
It's like goddamn marshmallows, toasted marshmallows to me.
But yeah, that one's almost a little too much on a straight like that. So I can see where that would be better in a cocktail.
Yeah. Oh, I love that in an old fashioned. It's stupendous in an old fashioned because it just marries with the bitters so well. And then when you add a little sugar to that, just kicks it up.
Would you believe we're at an hour
already?
Yeah, it's 9:30.
Holy shit! Well, we started late though.
Yeah, we did start a couple of minutes late.
So. All right, I think we should get to.
But Lee bailed early on it.
Yeah.
So don't give him hell about that.
Let's get to the reveal.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me see if I'm right about my guesses. Okay. I think that this is the double oaked. I'm correct. Incorrect. I'm very surprised at that. Number 2 is the double oaked. Number 1 is what I thought number 2 is.
All right, which is the one you thought would be my favorite.
The Manhattan finish.
Gotcha.
Number 3, I am incorrect about that one too.
We're incorrect there too. I thought I got the apple out of that, man.
Everyday rye. And then number 4 is the Calvados. I'm like,
oh my God. Of course, we both said how much we enjoyed number 4 though.
So, just for those of you that are following.
Did you see what Betty put on number 1?
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Every day. Here, this now. What's funny is number 2. We were bragging on number 2. This
Yeah.
is number 2,
That's the double oak.
and this is readily available. Go get this. You will love this. This is
Yeah.
really tasty whiskey.
Because and him saying that he thought number 2 was going to be my favorite, he's right about that. So that ended up being my favorite as
This
well.
is fantastic whiskey.
Double oak rye.
I really enjoy
Nice.
that. There is the Calvados finish. You guys are gonna laugh. That
That's all
was
the way back in number 4.
and you know what's funny about that is I didn't appreciate that. I appreciated that one the least.
Really? Now, see, I would say that would have been my number 3 out of that.
Now here, can you tell which one I like?
Yeah.
Can you tell which one I make old fashions with at home? This is their everyday American rye. It's their everyday whiskey. Obviously, I do drink it.
And that was both of our favorites on that.
Number 3.
Yeah.
It was number 3. I'm a little surprised at that.
I am too.
And
And
here
how
is
much I like this to begin with.
here is number 1,
Manhattan Finish. Yep.
the Manhattan
Distiller's
finish.
Select, it says.
The Manhattan finish, and I'll read it to you. I'll read the label to you. It is finished in vermouth bitters and cherry brandy barrels. So it's vermouth bitters.
Wow.
And that was number 1. I thought number 1 was the double oaked, and number 2 was the Manhattan finish.
We had those backwards.
And so I was backwards on that.
Right.
You know what's funny is when I got introduced to this, it was a YouTuber. The YouTubers, the bourbon junkies, said they were the ones that said go find this.
Right.
Okay, and so I went and found this, and I really liked it in the Manhattan because it's extremely smooth.
Right.
And then they said if you can't find this, just buy this. Okay,
Okay.
the double oaked. And so Jack bought a bottle of this
Okay.
at the time, and we tasted it, and it was like, oh, that is just absolutely
Make it look right.
ridiculously good. So, and here it pans out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one we liked,
Yeah.
the double oaked, which is very obtainium. It's
Very
like
obtainium.
$70. I mean, holy cow!
So
I'm very impressed with that.
So you said that one, the double oak, was a $70 price point?
You know, here, let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
In our market, since I have the app.
I'm really surprised that the Calvados ended up in third.
I am too.
Every day. Every day, she says. So while Scott's doing that, I'll go over our social media with you, even though we haven't been doing much with any of it. But of course, we've got on YouTube, you guys have found us already at Loquacious Libations. Facebook is also at Loquacious Libations. We have Instagram is Loquacious_Libations. And on X now, which we haven't done shit with so far, is at Loquacious Live. Did I miss anything? 4 so far?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Oh, and Discord, we're working on that channel still, but well, we're actually not working on it. It got stalled, but we are still planning to do a Discord channel. Still don't know if we're going to expand into TikTok or not. I don't see that being really that big of a good medium for us.
We suck so bad
Right.
at social media.
At the social media, right? I mean, it's not like we're trying to take off and monetize or anything at this point, for damn sure. You know, we're just having fun with this, but you know, we're going to take that couple of weeks off to try to do a little research and see what we can do to improve things some too. And I definitely still need to get that little Go live stream box involved. Either that, or we need to figure out a way to be able to simulcast on a couple of different platforms and still be able to monitor the chats.
All right, the Sagamore Spirit Double Rye in our market is $63.
$63.
So you can look at that, and now they have the Sagamore Spirit, the standard. They have come out with a couple more finishes
You're gonna have to be steadier so it focuses.
recently that have been reportedly supposed to be very good.
I'm just busting his balls over here.
Yeah, I know. I should have worn my cup. You know, here, let's give Sagamore a little screenshot.
Little
here.
screenshot there, yeah. We
There we
will
go.
tag you guys in this too.
I'm very surprised. Because we had those Manhattans with the Calvados finish, and the biggest thing you said was, "Oh my God, I can't believe how smooth this is."
Yeah.
And that's why I like their whiskey. But no, I'm sorry, I don't like their whiskey. I don't like their whiskey at all.
All right, so I'm coming off of the live chat now, but you keep going.
What I was going to say is, you can't. This product, I can't say enough about it. If you want to try a rye whiskey, you've never tried a rye whiskey, you can try this rye whiskey, and it's inexpensive. You want to hook it up to this?
Nah.
We're just going to play out.
Yeah, I've got
to
the
our
mic
to
right
our
now.
to our 2 people that are watching us.
Right.
And for 5 people that are going to see it
later.
afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? It doesn't matter, man. Like we said from the beginning,
I know.
I don't care. We're having fun. The people that have watched have all given us positive feedback. So, what the hell?
Even the
Let's keep
people
it going.
even the people we don't know,
Yeah.
we're now mobsters.
These 2 bags guys over here. Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, I want to try to reach out to that person too and check them out. And,
Yeah.
so.
So listen, hey, next week.
Next week is our last show of the year. We're going to be doing a very special eggnog, which is just a family tradition of mine. It's just simply ancient age bourbon and Southern Comfort brand eggnog, which you can get at any Publix or Winn-Dixie. Probably at Kroger, because we used to get it there too. Probably any other brands like Albertsons and all that. Wherever
You'll
you are
find
across
it.
the country.
I'm looking forward to it because I can honestly say I've never had Southern Comfort eggnog. I'm not a big eggnog guy, but I'm looking forward to some whiskey and eggnog because I like whiskey.
One thing great about the Southern Comfort eggnog is even if you drink it straight, just with no liquor in it, it's got a little bit of that Southern Comfort
That
bourbon flavor to it already. So it's actually a little accented already. But to me, it's still the best over-the-counter
It's just
brand.
bam, kicked up a notch.
Oh yeah, kicked up just a little bit. Like what was his name? I can't remember. Emerald. Yeah. Bam.
Who doesn't
All right.
like that?
You guys have a great week. We will see you next week on Wednesday night with the special Ancient Age eggnog. And then we're going to take a couple of weeks off, improve things a little bit, and be back with a new season next year.
We're looking forward to it.
You guys
Thanks for
take it
joining
easy.
us.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.
See ya.
See you next week.